Yo, the best thing I could say is that my reaction right now is exactly the same one that Nicole Kidman had. Wow. Okay. So this is my quick recap on the 2022 Oscars, the 94th Academy Awards, and the Oscars been desperately searching on a way to get more eyes into the show and get the popularity up. And I think they got their answer yesterday. They finally found that way without needing to add extra categories or anything like that. I'm pretty sure the viewings were high yesterday, to say the least. I'm still in shock. But yeah, let's get straight into the rewards, the winners, the losers, and surprises, if any. And before we continue, there's like three films that I forgot to the smaller films that in categories that weren't really highlighted like that, but I'll start with them, and they are animated short, which is Windshield Wiper, and also documentary short, The Queen of Basketball, and also live action short, The Long Goodbye one. So those are three categories and the winners. But yeah, let's get started to the real main meat and potatoes of the show. First up, as you could see, original song, "No Time to Die" by Billie Eilish. That's can't really say that's a surprise. Its song was phenomenal. It matched the tone. Probably my second best Bond song to Adele's Skyfall song. So yeah, no shock there. And then next up we got makeup and hairstyling with The Eyes of Tammy Faye. And okay, I can see that Jessica Chastain definitely looks different than she's ever did. So yeah, that's for sure. It had steep competition. House of Gucci was the makeup and hairstyling was phenomenal in that, and Cruella was great. Dune, and as much as A Disgrace Coming to America was, it also stand out in that aspect as well. In the next category we have is costume design, and to nobody's surprise, Cruella won. It's a movie basically about costume designs and all that, and it's a no brainer that it'll win. Like the style in this movie was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. One of the highlights in my opinion. It had West Side Story, Nightmare Alley, Dune, to name a few that could have easily won this category, but something about Cruella really, really stood out. Like they really put an emphasis as far as style goes. The next few categories, this is the technical side of filmmaking, and one film in particular completely swept every single category that is, and that's the Dune. I'm just gonna call this the Dune categories, plural. And I'm gonna start off with sound. Yeah, Dune one, and we're gonna get to VFX. Dune one, and that one had No Time to Die, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Free Guy, Shang-Chi, and yeah, Dune deserved it definitely. And then following that, we have production design. This one could have really went to anybody in my opinion, because you had Nightmare Alley, whose production design was absolutely phenomenal. Really, really took you back to, I believe, the 40s was when they were trying to portray. There's something special about a film that's a time period that could really take you back, and you feel like you're experiencing that time frame. And I thought Nightmare Alley did a fantastic job at that. Also, West Side Story is also the exact same thing. Like this was steep competition. Like you had the Tragedy of Macbeth. Whew. Talk about production design. So if there's one technical category that Dune could have easily lost, this would definitely have been it for me. But one that they had no business losing, in my opinion, was this original score, man. Original score. Hans Zimmer. He's been in the game for so long, done so many these big genres, but this probably one of my favorite scores from him to date, man. He absolutely nails it. He has his on and off moments, but he was firing on all cylinders here, man, definitely. And next up, we have cinematography, another category that pretty much you watch Doom, and the cinematography in that film definitely is. It stands out. It's a character of its own in that film, like no brainer. The Academy definitely got that right. And next up, we have editing. That could have went to any movie, to be honest. I would have personally like, because it feels like it's the same movies that are getting these recognition. Because Don't Look Up, Doom, King Richards, The Power of the Dog, Tick Tick Boom, almost all of these got nominated for Best Picture. So like I would have loved like the smaller movies, because a lot of movies that are not mentioned here are edited real great. But I guess Dune winning is cool. Like Tick Tick, anybody. This is anybody's game. This kind of category as well. And then next up is pretty much a no brainer. This film, I don't think had any competition, and it's when you're. Let's just get into it. Best international feature, Drive My Car. When you're nominated for Best Picture, it's a no-brainer that you're gonna also win international feature. Come on now, it would make no sense otherwise. And they had a competition like Flea, The Hand of God, The Worst Person in the World, which is a movie I missed last year because they were not showing it anywhere near me, and I was dying to see it, and I heard great things about it, and hopefully I get to see it soon. But yeah, to nobody's surprise. And next up, we take a little detour. Is more we'll go into the animated side of thing, and animated feature is probably to nobody's surprise. Encanto, like honestly, probably the biggest, one of the biggest movies Disney put out in quite some time. This film was everywhere. But as far as quality goes, you could have had Mitchell's versus the Machine. You could have easily won. People love Luca and stuff like that. But I honestly have no issues with Encanto winning. It's it seems right. It fits. Next up, these categories is the categories that I really start loving. Adapted screenplay. Ghost of Coda. Can't really say I'm surprised there. It was a wonderful screenplay. Absolutely wonderful screenplay. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it had Dune, Drive My Car, The Lost Daughter, and The Power of the Dog. And steep competition, and to nobody's surprise, I would say Coda won. Next up is original screenplay, which no brainer to me. It's funny. I sat down and I was watching this film, and when the credits rolled, I'm like, wow. I think I just witnessed one of the greatest screenplays I've ever seen in my life, and that goes for Belfast. Yeah, Kenneth Brogner, wonderful job, absolutely wonderful job. Yeah, this is where he shines, in my opinion. He does his most damage, and absolutely great film. That surprisingly only won this one award, but yeah, great film to say the least. Next up, we have Best Director. I don't know if you could call this an upset, a surprise, or anything of the sorts, but Jane Campion, I'm sorry, has won for Power of the Dog. And yeah, I guess she was going up against Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, Kenneth Brogner, Belfast, Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, but I didn't really think that had a chance with all the controversy it's been getting of late. But yeah, she's been winning all the other award circuits, so I'm not really surprised that she won here. So yeah. And next up is Best Supporting Actor. This one put a smile on my face. It really did. And and the winner is Troy Koster from Coda. Man, his performance in that film. Actually, that whole cast did a phenomenal job, but him in particular, man, what a character arc he had. Loved it. Such a powerful, heartfelt performance from him, and yeah, well deserved. And another one, this one is probably the biggest no-brainer. She was in a class of her own in this category, and that's for Best Actress. And it's Ariana DeBose. That's no surprise. West Side Story was a great film, but man, did she carry it. Not that anybody did terrible or anything like that. She just outshined everybody on screen. Absolutely phenomenal. no brainer here whatsoever. I know I've been saying this a lot, but I felt like this Oscars kind of played it safe. Like, you know, like who's really gonna beat her out? You had Christian Dunst in The Power of the Dog, Judy Dench in Belfast. Great performances, but not the caliber of hers. And next up, um, maybe this was a little bit of a shock, but not really to me personally. Everybody else maybe not. But the Best Actress award went to Jessica Chastain for her role in The Eyes of Taming Faye. And I'll be honest, man, I did not see this film. Not because of like I thought it was bad or anything like that. It was not really being played around in my area like that, so I didn't get the opportunity to really watch it. And I saw the trailers; it didn't really grab me or gravitate to me. But I honestly thought, in my opinion, that Kristen Stewart had this in the bag after watching Spencer, because her performance was hauntingly good. Oh my God, what a powerful performance. This kind of reminds me of a few years back with Robert De Niro when pretty much before The Irishman came out, everybody had him locked down as possible, best actor. And then once the award show started, not a whisper in sight. And yeah, that's the same scenario in my opinion for Kristen Stewart. I thought she should have won, but I haven't seen this film, so I can't really speak on it like that. So okay, I guess. And next up, it's the moment y'all all been waiting for. Best Actor, completely loaded category. Javier Bardem being the Ricardos, great film, great performance. Benedict Cumberbatch, The Power of Dog, amazing performance. Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom. Denzel Washington, The Tragedy of Macbeth. But the winner was Will Smith for King Richard. Amazing, emotional, powerful performance. Absolutely powerful performance. And yeah, well deserved, for sure. But like 30 years in the game, finally winning his first Oscar award. That's gotta mean a lot to him and the culture and everybody. But instead, it got overshadowed by The Slap. What a bummer. What a bummer, man. What a sad, sad, sad bummer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now. Yeah, Chris Rock had some little insensitive, untimely jokes about his wife and her hair loss, and Will Smith did not take kindly to it and walked up in a absolutely pimp slap, my boy. Oh my God, I know. Whew. Yeah, he's gonna feel that one for days. But yeah, it's disappointing because this moment is something that doesn't happen often. He's only the fifth African American actor to win, Best Actor, and then to get overshined by something as trivial as, like, come on, bro. That could have honestly, in my opinion, could have been handled behind stage, and disappointing. Like, instead of glowing, 30 years in the game, you finally did it. Last time you was in the category, you lost. You felt in 2016 you boycotted the Oscars because you weren't nominated, and now you finally win, and all anybody is talking about is The Slap, man. That's disappointing. But let's switch things up to a little more positive and uplifting moment, and it doesn't get any more positive and uplifting than the Best Picture going to Coda. Oh my God, I love this. Thank you, God. Oh my Lord. Woo! I would have been so pissed if The Power of the Dog won this. Because to me, The Power of the Dog, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to sound like a hater right now, was not a good film. I did not enjoy it. It bored me. Good performances by especially Benedict Cumberbatch, but the overarching story that did absolutely nothing to me. And to see all the praise that it was getting and it could possibly win the Oscars for Best Picture, nah, definitely not. I feel like a film like Coda definitely deserves it more, man. It's definitely needed, especially in the times that we are right now, man. Such a heartfelt, emotional, powerful story, man. Like, You could do no wrong, and I understand some campaign that people are saying this is too Disney-fied to win. I'm like, I didn't know Disney was making caliber of these films. Maybe I need to start watching them again. But to me, yeah, this is well deserved and a great category too, because you had Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice, Pizza, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story as well. Like it had a lot of heavyweights, but I'm glad somebody like Coda won, in my opinion, because like I said, I would have been a little upset if it was the Power of the Dog, because didn't think it deserved it, especially when you have films like Pig and Come On, not even nominated for Best Pictures, which those two are my front runners. Like Come On, phenomenal film, man, and Pig, whoo, that emotional blow that it hit me with, man. Wow. And yeah, that was my quick little Oscar recap for this year's 2022 Oscars, the 94th Academy Award. I don't know what to make of it, man. It's a little bit depressing and disappointing to see how everything unfolded with Will Smith, man, and Chris Rock. I felt like that's something that could have easily been handled with backstage, or like that was, it's a bad look on all regards, man. I understand Chris Rock, and he's definitely, don't get me wrong, Chris Rock was definitely in the wrong with her dealing with Jada Pinkett Smith dealing with, I believe it's alopecia or whatever that disease might be that causes the cells to attack your hair because they believe it's bad for your body and whatever. So she's been struggling with that for a few years, and the GI Jane kind of you saw she was not thrilled with it after he cracked the joke, but Will Smith was cracking up a little bit, and then what perspired, but man, cooler heads would have prevailed in this situation, man. It's just a ugly look for everybody involved, man. The Oscars, I'm pretty sure this is not the way that they wanted to get eyes on the show, and I thought it was perfectly fine how it was. Like, you didn't need to all these theatrics added, man. It's disappointed, but I'll tell you one thing now. I'm pretty sure Chris Rock is shell shocked. My man is probably never gonna tell a joke again. He's probably done as a comedian. He's hanging it up, I'm pretty sure. Give it a few more weeks until we hear he's in like an adaptation for Manchester by the Sea 2 or something like that. Like he's gonna be a dramatic actor from now on, man. Chris Rock got pimp slapped by Will Smith. And that's all we're talking about in the Oscars, which is sad day. But yeah, that's my quick recap. Let me know what you thought about the video down low. And till next time, I'm out. Peace.